Mother Brigida founded the congregation mainly to impart a sound spiritual, intellectual, emotional, and physical education based on the values of truth, justice, universal love and brotherhood, global peace and forgiveness, to prepare young people to be fully human and alive to the needs of the society, country, and the world at large.
For the saints are sent to us by God as so many servants. We do not use them. It is they who move us and lead us to where we had not expected to go. This morning stands auspicious for each one of us as we have gathered here in remembrance of our foundress, Blessed Mother Brigida. Yes, this feast day not only signifies the dedication, devotion and grit of our dear Ursuline sisters, but also their sacrifice, love, compassion and passion towards humanity. Sometimes the most ordinary things are made extraordinary by doing them with the right people, and we are elated to share this exhilarating morning with each and every one of you present here. On this note, I take this opportunity to welcome our honorable sisters, Reverend Sister Rupa, Reverend Sister Jeswelda, Reverend Sister Dorothy, Reverend Sister Adelaide, Reverend Sister Benigna, Reverend Sister Martha, Reverend Sister Alfreda, Reverend Sister Dracula, Reverend Sister Mercy, Reverend Sister Ansi Matthews, Reverend Sister Lily Jones, Reverend Sister Silvana, Reverend Sister Tracy Jones, Reverend Sister Molly, Reverend Sister Elena, Reverend Sister Renee, Reverend Sister Sonia Murray, Reverend Sister Shelly Matthew, Reverend Sister Gita, and Reverend Sister Hassan. We are blessed to have you, dear sisters, in our midst. Thank you so much. Our principal, Reverend Sister Sonia, and Reverend Sister Shelley to pay homage to our adored mother by offering tribute to her with the beautiful flowers. Let the fragrance spread amidst us so that we may become one in this joyous celebration. Thank you, dear sisters. Dear students, as we begin with today's program, we want you all to be wide awake and lend your undivided attention as at the end of this, you will be enjoying a fruitful quiz based on the information you gain about our Blessed Mother Brigida. Over to Prakriti. Thank you.
So let us pray to God Almighty for the fulfillment of the vision and mission of our foundress and ask Him to teach us the way of holiness and show us the right way in the service of humanity.
Classes, sit down.
There are millions of stars in the sky, but the moon is only one, and that is our beloved Mother Brigida. So, as we celebrate her feast day, let us give our ears to know more about her virtues, life, and the events.
The Gospel of St. John, chapter 15, verse 16 says, "You did not choose me, but I chose you, and appointed you to go and bear a fruit that will last." Blessed Mother Brigida Morello was one of the great people chosen by God. She was a specially chosen soul to carry out great works in the contemporary society in which she lived.
Mother Brigida Morello was born on 17th June 1610 in the noble family of Morellos at Rapid, the delightful little town situated on the eastern part of Italy. Her parents, Niccolo Morello and Lady Lavinia, had 11 children, and Brigida was the sixth one. They were brought up in the holy fear of God and practice of virtues.
In her childhood, Brigida was very close to her grandfather. He used to read stories of saints and teach her various prayers and devotions. Inspired by these stories, little Brigida became more spiritual and declared, "I too want to become a nun and a saint." Brigida was endowed with the grace, kindness, and charity. She was not in favor of giving out old and worn clothes to the poor. She always insisted upon giving good and decent ones to those who came for help.
At the age of 12, she took charge of the household. Since her mother became ill, she had to look after her little siblings as the elder ones were not capable. Brigida was always simple, obedient, patient, and compliant, but above all, humble, treating even the lowest servant with great respect.
After undergoing numerous obstacles due to opposition and lack of funds, Brigida's dream to become a nun was realized. She gathered a few companions, and on 17th February 1649, she founded the congregation named the Ursulines of Mary Immaculate. Later on, many more women joined the convent and became nuns. They started a boarding school for girls.
Mother Brigida had a special concern for women, especially for the young ones. She promoted women's freedom and worked for the upliftment of women and children. She was daring and courageous, yet humble and obedient to God's will in the opposite circumstances too. Her decision for women empowerment was a great step in that era. Mother Brigida had a great faith in God. God shared 3 extraordinary powers with her. They were foreknowledge, power of intercession, and vision.
The holiness of Mother showed more as she was struck by a malignant illness which confined her completely to bed. 24 years she was sick, and in spite of her serious illness, by the grace of God, she was able to direct and guide the congregation. Mother Brigida took her last breath on September 3rd, 1679, at the age of 69 years, and commended herself into the hands of Almighty. She was declared as Blessed Mother Brigida Morello on 15th March 1998 by the Pope John Paul II.
After about 3 centuries later, in year 1934, the missionary flame was kindled in our country with the arrival of the Ursulines of Mary ministries of education, healthcare and other social reforming activities with their motto,
All for the greater glory of God.
we are ever grateful to you, our dear and honorable sisters, for your contribution and sacrifice and make the world a better place. Thank you.
Make sincere efforts to advance in perfection every day without tiring or losing courage. A sincere person is always welcome because of his or her truthful mind and friendly attitude. Now the question arises, how can a student become sincere? Well, the answer is very simple. By sincere body language, becoming an active listener and understanding others' point of view. So my dear friends, if you want to become successful in all walks of your life, then always speak with honesty, think with sincerity and act with integrity. Laziness and idleness are the cause of all evil, and time, which is God's precious gift, should never be wasted. No one can stop the clock or slow it down. It cannot be reversed. Every student must be time conscious. Most noteworthy, a student should develop an attitude of not taking even a moment for granted. Above all, it is very easy to waste and lose time. Hence, one must be very careful with properly using time. We must have the value of time in our hearts. Our work, whatever it be, our fatigue and weariness should be born of love of God. The Gospel of Saint Matthew, chapter 22, verse 37 says, love the Lord with all your heart, with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and the greatest commandment. Dear students, when we are surrounded by the same pretty friend during our school journey, we learn how to love unconditionally. God actually commands us to love one another. When we find struggle with finding hope, finding motivation, we always find a person or a friend as our guide, who takes away all our weariness. Each and every student should believe that we are incredibly valuable in eyes of God. When you feel like no one's understanding, He knows precisely how you feel. You don't need to be seen to be known because you are already are. Humility, prayer, obedience, and silence are the wings with which the soul flies to God. God wants us to do a tremendous and transforming work in us. Humility, prayer, obedience, and silence go hand in hand. These values make us a divine person. Humility, obedience, and silence make us firm and a true scholar. Whereas prayer has the power of inner purification. It doesn't mean that we should quit our own will, but must be acceptable to God and agreeable to men. We must be abstained from the evil words on account of the punishment. Make much of small things, because great things often derive from the small ones. Dear friends, make an effort to perform your best throughout your day, and you will definitely see a positive change in your life, resulting in a better and happier version of yourself. Let your creative juices flow and try expressing yourself through a range of mediums. Don't wait for inspiration to hit you. Get up and chase it. You can simply start by your creative writing, giving some time in planting,
all of you. Dear Sister Sonia, the principal, sisters, teachers and students, today we celebrate the feast of Blessed Mother Brigida, who is the foundress of Ursuline congregation. In the history of humankind, we find great personalities coming up and inspiring others with their charisma, extraordinary spiritual energy, knowledge, wisdom, kindness and compassion. Mother Brigida was such a person who lived in the 17th century in Italy. Every year you celebrate Brigida Week in our school. So I presume that you know a lot about this wonderful woman called Mother Brigida Morello of Jesus. Though Mother Brigida lived in the 17th century, her virtues and examples are relevant even today. We all of us belong to Ursuline family, and Mother Blessed Brigida is our mother, and you all are her daughters. Every child inherits certain qualities from its mother. So today I highlight some important qualities of mother. So you examine whether you possess these qualities. If you possess all these qualities, you are a real daughter. Mother Brigida says, each one value the time set apart for prayer because it is very precious. She was very contemplative person. She was deeply rooted in God. Prayer brings harmony, joy, peace, transformation in one's life. It gives greater awareness of God's goodness, love, power, and greater awareness of our nothingness and unworthiness. To grow in God's goodness, you need to cultivate a habit of spending time in prayer every day. Now you examine whether you have this quality. Obedience. She was a very obedient to her parents, to teachers, to authorities and to God. She was totally surrendered to God's will. She always accepted God's will in her life. Surrendering to God's will remove all our worry, anxiety and fear. If you surrender to God's will, you can lead a tension-free life. Unshakable faith and trust in the Lord. She worked hard without losing hope and courage. Because of her unshakable faith and trust in the Lord, she endured all the initial difficulties, trials, founding this congregation. Mother says, confidence, have large heart. God is our Father. He will never abandon us. During this pandemic, we need such a strong faith in the Lord to go forward with energy and enthusiasm to fulfill our dreams. Silence and solitude. Mother had a special love for silence and solitude. In silence, we listen to the voice of the Lord. We receive new inspiration, enlightenment, new vision, new ideas. When you sit in silence for some time, you get new ideas. You will get creativity. So Mother says to her daughters, spend time in silence and solitude every day. Humility. Mother was a valiant woman, deeply rooted in humility. Humility is not a sign of weakness. God always favors the humble people. God will exalt the humble people to the highest. When we are unable, God is able. When we are insufficient, God is sufficient. When we are in fear, God is our courage. When we are in despair, God is our hope. When we are in fear, God is our courage. So to depend God and others, we need virtue of humility, compassion. Mother Brigida was a kind and compassionate person. From her tender age, she expressed compassion to the poor and less privileged. She empowered women and young girls according to the need of the hour. Mother Brigida challenges us today to be awakened to the realities of today and to reach out to the poor and less privileged according to our capacity. Now you examine whether you possess all these virtues. Mother practiced all these virtues from her early childhood. So she made a difference in her life, in her family, in her community, and in the society. Now let me ask you a question. Why are you celebrating this Brigida Week? Why are you celebrating? The reason is to know her, to love her, to imitate her virtue in your life and grow as a person who is ready and willing to help others in need and to have compassion to the less privileged and to be a responsible citizen in our country. Thank you.
Thank you, sister, for conveying this beautiful message to us.
And attentive and gain lots of knowledge about our Blessed Mother Brigida. So here is the time to reflect and participate in the quiz. Are you all ready? Are you ready?
Name the congregation founded by Blessed Mother Brigida. I repeat the question. Name the congregation founded by Blessed Mother Brigida.
Ursulines of Mariampur.
Correct answer. Clap for her. Good.
Now here we are having question number 2. Name the parents of Mother Brigida. Name the parents of Mother Brigida.
Morello and
Very good, correct answer.
Question number 3. How many children did her parents have? Which number was Brigida?
11.
Which number was Brigida?
6.
Correct answer. Good.
Now we have question number 4. At what age did she take charge of the household and why?
At the age of 12 because her mother was ill. Good. Question number 5. How many years did Mother Brigida remain sick yet guiding her congregation? Correct answer. Good.
Now we have question number 6. Where and when was Blessed Mother Brigida born? Okay. Date?
June
1610. Repeat the answer.
7 June 1610.
There is some mistake. And the place, full place, I
17 June 1610.
Okay, and the place?
15.
Full place? Which area? Very good, correct answer.
Here we have question number 8. When did Mother Brigida die? September 3rd, 1679. Correct answer.
Question number 9. What is the year of arrival of the Ursulines in India? No.
Yes.
1988. No, no.
1988.
No.
1998.
No. I repeat the question. What is the year of arrival of the Ursulines in India?
1934.
Correct answer. 1934.
Now here we have the last question of this competition. What is the motto of the UMI congregation? What is the motto of UMI congregation? All for the greater glory of God. Correct answer. Congratulations to all the winners.
Make this day a beautiful one, and they deserve a big hand from our side. So I ask all of you to put your hands together. It was nice to listen to you answering one after another without delay the questions being asked from the stage here. It shows that you are totally present. You are aware of who is Mother Brigida. And here I have a small question. It was not there in the list of questions when it is asked. What's the connection between Mother Brigid and this Sister Sonia? Or what is the connection between this Mother Brigid and all these sisters seated here? Mother and daughter, please sit down. See children, Mother Brigida started our congregation 300 and how many years back? It was on 49, okay, 1649. So almost 360 years, okay. And then you see all these years, this congregation remained alive, doing good for people, doing service to the humanity. And in the year 1934, Italian sisters came to India and then started working here in India. And we Indians joined in this congregation and we became nuns in this particular congregation of Ursulines of Mary Immaculate. So we are Ursulines. We are of the same congregation who live with the same vision and mission of our founders. So here we have all the reasons. See, otherwise what happens? Mother Brigida, you know, years of listening, you know. But then what is the connection with the nuns who are here in this convent? Most of you are not aware. So we belong to the same congregation. When I write my name, Sister Sonia Varghese UMI. I don't write some other name or my house name. We write Sister Sonia Varghese UMI. I write say connected. That's a connection. All of us also seated. All of us also seated here. We are Ursulines. And the visionary zeal of our foundress, it is lived through her daughters, Ursulines. And we Ursulines are here, so you all are here. So you all also are connected to Mother Brigida. And she is the reason for our celebration today. And I would like to highlight one quality of hers, that is the total surrender to God's will. In everything, she saw the will of God and she surrendered herself. It was not that easy in the beginning to start with where there was nothing. The starting point is always difficult and painful, but at the same time, she managed. It is not because of her own power, because she trusted in the providence of God. Why I thought of highlighting only this aspect is, if we trust in God, rest everything will be done. Alone it will not work. Trust in God and trust in oneself and do our part. See, the recent experiences of our life, COVID-19 pandemic also taught us we are nothing. We have no power. God is the one. We have no power. God is the one who controls everything. So as true daughters, as she said, true daughters of Mother Brigida, I request you, my children, to have that trust and confidence in God Himself. Let us belong to any religion, whether we are Hindu or Muslim or Jain or Sikh or Catholic. It is God who takes care of us. So have that trust and confidence in Him, and then surrender all of our heart desires, our prayers, our goals, our visions, because Mother Brigida also was a great visionary. That is the reason congregation is still continued. So all these good qualities and heartfelt desires of ours, let us surrender to God like Mother Brigida and trust in God's providence and do our best, our part, and the rest will be done. So once again, I thank all of you for the beautiful celebration of Mother Brigida's feast. And may God bless all of us. May Mother Brigida, our foundress, intercede for us. Thank you and have a great day.
Happy
Vessels.